Hey there, folks. I wanted to share my experience of Season 5 of the Springfield Battle League, and I thought that this would be a good opportunity to try to tackle scripted content. To start things off, this will be an overview of what SBL is, and more generally, what a Pokemon Draft League is. The Springfield Battle League, or SBL, is a VGC format draft league run by JDoggin13. The league features a range of skill levels from competitive beginners to seasoned veterans. Many players have joined in previous seasons and developed their skills to become formidable players in their own rights. For me, SBL has served as a great way to explore many different kinds of Pokemon and try out fun strategies. That's all well and good, but what exactly is a Pokemon Draft League anyway? In short, a Pokemon Draft League is a format for play in which players take turns selecting Pokemon from a predetermined tier list in order to build a team of 10 Pokemon. Some leagues assign point values for Pokemon and give players a budget of points to spend on their teams, and others divide Pokemon into tiers and give players a set number of Pokemon to draft from each tier. SBL uses a point-based system for drafting, although it used a tier-based system for seasons 1 through 4. After teams have been determined, players fight one match per week according to the schedule. In a VGC format draft league, players choose 6 of their Pokemon each week to bring to the battle, and then play out a standard best-of-3 set, choosing 4 of their 6 Pokemon in each game. The winner of each match is logged and displayed on the leaderboard in the league dock. Between matches, players are allowed to make free agency swaps. That is, they can swap Pokemon from their current team for Pokemon that haven't been drafted. This can be helpful if a player has discovered that their team has a weakness that they didn't anticipate. Players can also choose to trade with other players if they so desire. Swaps and trades do not go into effect until the next week of play, so players should always have some advance notice of what 10 Pokemon to expect from their opponent on a given week. Once the main season has concluded, the top placing players then enter a final single elimination playoffs bracket. These matches are best of 5, which can result in some intense and grueling 5-game sets. Also of note for playoffs is that free agency swaps and trades are not allowed after playoffs begin. Whatever players begin playoffs with will be their team of 10 until the season is over. The final match is a best of 7 match between the 2 remaining players in the bracket. The winner goes home with the title of season champion. Now that you know a bit more about what a Pokemon Draft League is, let's talk more about SBL in particular. After ending off Sword and Shield in Season 4 with a restricted format and taking a brief detour into Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl in Season 4.5, SBL is now entering a brand new generation of Pokemon. The community has extensively discussed tiering for the new meta, and now the leagues have been announced. Due to having 20 entrants, JDog opted to split this season into 2 separate leagues of approximately equal skill levels. Each league will draft from a separate pool of all currently legal Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet's VGC Series 1. This will ideally give players a bit more flexibility in drafting and in their free agency swaps, while also simplifying how players' schedules are determined for the season. Season 5 will last for 9 weeks of regular season play, with a final playoffs bracket to determine the season champion. At the time of writing this video, the draft order for each league has been determined, and both leagues will be drafting their teams this weekend. After players have drafted their teams, I'd like to give an overview of my own team, as well as highlight some points of interest in the rest of the draft. From there, I plan to recap each of my own matches, and if I have time, also recap other interesting matches each week. Stay tuned in the coming weeks for more SBL-related videos. I'm very excited to get this season started, and I'm looking forward to sharing my Draft League experience with you all each week.